YouTube, what it do? It's your boy Reggie with the light. Welcome to another episode of Narrowminded, where I come and bring you out of the darkness into the light. In today's episode, I'm going to talk about the disease that is, I believe, a bigger disease than any disease in the world, and that is hurt feelings. You heard the saying, hurt people hurt people. And hurt feelings is a disease that causes a lot of bad things in society to happen. And I feel like it is up to us humans to hold ourselves accountable. When we hurt other people, we try to amend that hurt. We try to amend that pain. We first apologize, and hopefully they accept our apology. And then after that, we try to do whatever we got to do to mend that person's broken heart. We try to, I can't think of the word, but we try to pretty much fix the situation. If you're responsible for breaking a person, you should hold yourself responsible for fixing a person. Because what you're going to do is you're going to send this person out into this world, and anything can happen to them. When people hurt other people, this is what causes certain things like people to become depressed and commit suicide. When you hurt people, you can cause people to go out here and commit homicide. When you hurt people, you can cause people to develop post-traumatic stress disorders. You can cause people to develop schizophrenia, mental issues, debilitating mental issues. And when that happens, these people end up hurting other people, and the cycle just continues. When you neglect your child, do you understand the type of hurt and pain that child has to endure? And then in return, this child ends up, turning to the streets, or turning to drugs, or turning to, sex, or turning to, whatever they turn to try to fill that void of being neglected as a child by someone who's supposed to protect them and never neglect them. We have to really stop this disease of hurting people, because this is I believe, the biggest disease in the world. When you hurt, just like the R. Kelly situation, when he talked about his older sister molesting him. Now now look what that manifested in. Look what his sister did to him manifested in him doing to all of these women. And I'm sure someone did it to his sister. It's a cycle. So when you're out here playing mind games with people, when you out here playing with people's emotions, when people really trust you and they really love you, and you're using them and you're abusing their kindness, and you're taking their kindness for weakness, and you're manipulating them, and you're getting everything that you can out of them. See, this is why the relationships between black men and black women are so terrible right now. Because, instead of both black men and black women taking accountability for hurting each other, only thing we're doing now is continuing the hurt. We're going back and forth, arguing, bickering, doing anything that we can do in order to hurt the next person. Even if we have children involved in the relationship, we will use the children as pawns in order to hurt the other individual. Now we pass that hurt on to our children. And now they grow up with this pain and hurt inside of them. See, hurt is the reason why it's a lot of women out here that are sex workers. It's a lot of women out here that are on drugs. It's a lot of women out here that are neglecting their children because they were neglected. They were neglected by their mother and they were neglected by their father. So they don't see any value in themselves, because if the people that brought me in this world did not see value in me enough to be in my life and to neglect me and to put me in harmful and stressful situations. See, when you neglect your children, all type of things can happen. And so we really need to stop passing this disease of hurt, because we can really control that disease. And even people who have experienced severe hurt and brokenness, this type of hurt and brokenness can cause real diseases to manifest. This disease can cause people to not care about their well-being, not care about their health. This disease of hurting people can cause someone to have an eating disorder. So they just go out here and eat whatever they want to eat, and they become, and they gain weight, and they become obese, and they have heart issues, and they have high blood pressure, and they have a stroke and pass away. Or they can develop, anorexia and don't even want to eat anymore. You understand what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people mental and emotional issues come from being hurt by someone that they love and they cared about. And a lot of times when people hurt other people, they do not try to make up for it. They just let that person, they don't repay their debt to that person. See, in the real world, when you commit a crime and you get caught, they say you have to pay back your debt to society. Either you have to do probation, you have to do some jail time, you have to do some community service. You have to repay your debt to society in some type of way. But when we hurt people, there's no, depending on what it is, there's no law to make us repay back what we done to those people. There's no law to make us pay back to society what we've done. And we are creating a more chaotic society when we do not try to put a Band-Aid on that whatever type of pain and hurt that we cause that individual. And we have to realize that continuing this cycle of hurting people is not getting us anywhere. These are the reasons why people form cancerous cells in their body. These are the reasons why why tumors form in the brain. Because people are reliving that hurt that someone had done to them in their brain all day. They're reliving that situation, and it's making them depressed, and it's giving them post-traumatic stress disorders, and it's giving them panic attack, and it's really disturbing their life. And it's giving them low self-esteem, and it's giving them, they have to deal with this brokenness. And a lot of times, especially in the Black community, we don't go get help for this brokenness. We try to deal with it. We try to, be strong and just live through this broken and this pain. But when we do that, we do not we are hindering ourselves from living the best life that we can live. We are dragging, like they said, we are dragging this emotional and mental baggage with us each and every single day. So we almost are never happy. We always walking around with some type of demeanor that is not happy, a demeanor that, life is not good. Life can be a lot better. I'm not in a good place. I'm not in a good mood. I'm not seeing why everybody else is walking around happy, and I'm just, it's just a great day for me. That's because, we don't really go and try to get that help. And one thing that can really help people deal with the hurt and pain is for the perpetrator, for the abuser, own up to what they did and try to help to restore this person. Have accountability, because not only are you affecting that person. Say, for example, you are in a relationship with someone, and y'all have children, or and you guys are hurting each other. Now you have affected the next generation, and then next generation is going to affect the next generation. It's like an endless cycle unless we own up to the things that we do and apologize and try to make amends for the things that we have done to people, knowing that we shouldn't have done these things to these people. This hurt and pain is a real disease. You see it on everybody's faces, and you see it on everybody's mood. You just see it on them. You can see it, the hurt and the pain on them. You don't know exactly what they're suffering from, but you know that they're suffering from something. See, life can be really great. Life can be really great if you avoid narcissistic type of people. Life can be really great if you were born into a loving family. A family that was whole, a family that was complete, a family that was prepared, a family, life is really great for those people. But a lot of us was born into messed up situations, broken situations. And just from our childhood, we have a lot of hurt and pain that we're dealing with, that we haven't, that we're carrying this baggage and this, and all of these things that happened to us as a child, and we carry it as an adult, and we pass it on to our children. And we really need to take accountability for our actions. See, we were created in the image of God. We were created in the likeness of God. So when you hurt someone else, you're not doing anything but hurting yourself, because the cycle is going to perpetuate to the point it has no choice but to come back to you in some way, shape, or form. See, when you look at another creation of God and you hurt that creation, you are hurting yourself. And that's why the Holy Bible, God, the Word of God speaks, and God is very adamant about, thou shalt not kill another man, or you surely shall die. See, a lot of people are the way that they are just because of words that were spoken to them. See, people say sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. I kind of think that is not true. I believe sticks and stones will break your bones, but your bones will heal. At some point, your bones will heal, unless it's, something really crazy. But the mental abuse, The verbal abuse, the mental abuse, when somebody plants a seed of negativity in your mind about yourself, somebody tells you something about yourself that is in their opinion, or they told you this because they were angry at you at the time, or they told you this because y'all was arguing, or they told you this because, their ego wanted to make you feel bad and wanted to, in order to make themselves feel good, they told you something. And whatever they told you, it probably stuck in your mind, and you ended up it ended up becoming a reality in your life because you could not get that out of your mind. And we all know, whatever you think about all the time, you're gonna bring it into existence. And it's not even your fault that this thing got into your mind. It was someone that you cared about and loved that planted that seed in your mind. So a lot of people are the way that they are because, things that were planted in their mind. A lot of people are defensive because things that were said about them. A lot of people are defensive because things that were done to them. A lot of people have walls up because of the things that were done and said to them. So they are closed off. A lot of people are lonely. A lot of people just don't even know how to cope with life. A lot of people have became, antisocial due to the hurt and the pain that they have dealt with from other human beings. We are all human beings. So whenever you hurt another human being, you're doing nothing but hurt yourself. But this hurt and pain is a true disease that causes real diseases, that causes murder, that causes death, that causes cancer, that causes somebody to go out here and to have unprotected sex with a lot of different sexual partners because they do not see the value in themselves because somebody hurt them along the way. Now they contracted a severe disease like HIV, which makes them feel even worse about themselves. See, people are the way that they are because of what other people have done to them. And it's very hard to heal from some of the things that have been done to them. We do not know some of the things that people go through in life. We look at people and say, how did you become this way? And 9 times out of 10, they became this way because somewhere along the line, they were hurt by another human being. But anyway, we have the power to put an end to this hurt disease. As human beings, we have the power to do that. So before you go out here and try to make yourself feel better by putting down someone else, hurting someone else, think about that twice. Think about the chain reaction you can cause from doing something like that. All right. But anyway, it's your boy Reggie with the light. I hope you enjoyed another video of Narrow-Minded. I hope I brought you into the light upon this subject. If you like this video, share this video, comment on this video. It's your boy Reggie with the light, and I'm out.